Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So clearly we are still in a corrective structure here to the downside. We've had a small break of structure here when the price yesterday broke above the descending trend line. That's not necessarily important from an Elliott wave point of view. It's still noteworthy because we had a couple of touch points there, actually 3, 4, depending on how you draw the trend line. That's always, trend lines are a bit subjective, right, in this regard, but we have still a break of structure there. But again, from an Elliott wave point of view, nothing unusual because we were watching rather this resistance area, which is defined between 3,470 and 3,622. It is defined based on the length of the third wave to the downside. Bear in mind, I see this as an ending diagonal to the downside. I don't have a very good read of the microstructure. It's very much possible that this is something slightly different, but I'm considering this at least an ending diagonal, and it would need to break above resistance to indicate something more bullish. But overall, we're still watching for further downside. And one more low could happen easily here in wave 5 of C or 4. I'm actually not sure if I'm bearish enough on this. I'm short-term bearish. Maybe it needs a couple of more lows, because ideally, if we look at this, there is a support area down here between 2,900 and 2,670. Ideally, I'd like to see the price get there. Okay, well, I shouldn't say I like to see the price get there, because, we all want the price to go up at some point. But no, it just seems likely, okay, based on the current data I have, that this is turning into a more substantial correction. But we'll see. We'll see. For now, one more low at least. However, things can change if we get a break above resistance, but that's currently not expected. Also, I mean, take a look at this structure here. It just looks so corrective. The move from that third wave low that was formed here on the 24th of June, it's we have 3 waves up. You know that we talked about that yesterday in a wave, what I label wave W, which is different to what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin formed actually a 5-wave move up. So therefore, I was more bullish on Bitcoin in the short term, or at least more clearly. But then I was also looking for higher on the ETH chart because Bitcoin is leading, right? So that we only need to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart and ETH BTC charts for that. Then here, an X wave to the downside. That was also it actually looked a bit more like a 5-wave move. So this is where it's all a bit messy here, this microstructure, which is why I was more leaning, or there was more clarity on the Bitcoin chart. But it did hold support. So I gave you yesterday this support zone on the chart. So I'd rather focus on the fibs than the actual microstructure. Always say that, because in corrections, microstructures are messy. So see, this was our micro support area. I think there was one level above. But the idea was we can watch for higher as long as we're holding above 3,286. And now, yeah, we have seen higher prices, actually a new high. And the idea is now, well, if this is a WXY, then also this move up here is an ABC, right? Because a Y wave is a 3-wave move. So currently I view this as a B wave pullback. I mean, clearly some kind of a top is in place, and clearly there has been another reaction to the resistance area. Again, this is not a 5-wave move up, but it could easily be an A wave, wave A of 4. So it's not clearly bullish, but because of the structure and because this looks like a WXY, I'm looking for one more high in wave C. Also, looking at the wave W and the wave Y, the 100% extension points towards 3,616. So I'm not entirely sure if we actually get there, still quite far away. But as long as we're holding that newly added micro support area, I've adjusted it, it's between 3,387 and 3,455. As long as that's holding, we can watch for higher still, okay, in wave C of Y of 4. And I think those are the parameters I'm watching for today. Also pay attention to the trend line, maybe for a possible retest from above. And a break below 3,387 will be a first indication that we've actually topped already in all of wave 4, which would look a bit odd, but it's not impossible. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.